Hello students, welcome to St. Sebastian Pre-University College. The last two videos we are discussing about third lesson, motion in a straight line. The topics to be covered in that videos: path length, displacement, speed, velocity. In today's class, let us study about acceleration. Now let us see acceleration. If the velocity of a body changes either in magnitude or in direction or both, then it is said to have an acceleration. If the velocity of the body changes either in magnitude or in direction or both, then it is said to have acceleration. Or in simple, we can say that the rate of change of position is velocity. Let me ask you one thing. Do you think the velocity remains same? Yes. Here you can find the answer. Ria wanted to go for a shopping. She weighed the helmet and gradually started the scooty till reaches 50 km per hour. Then she moves with a uniform velocity. Again, when she reaches the shopping mall, she gradually decreases the velocity. Initially, she increases the velocity. Later, she decreasing the velocity with respect to time. In both the condition, she changing the speed with respect to time. Can we measure the rate of which she increase or decrease the velocity? Yes, that is called acceleration. So acceleration is a rate of change of its velocity with respect to its time. The rate of change of its velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. The rate of change of position is called velocity. So here, let us see, for a freely falling body, the velocity changes in magnitude and hence it has acceleration. A freely falling body, its velocities keep on changing. Therefore, hence it has acceleration. For a body moving around a circular path with a uniform speed, the velocity changes in direction. Hence it has acceleration. For a body moving around a circular path in a circular direction with a uniform speed, the velocity changes in direction, hence it has an acceleration. For a projectile whose trajectory is parabola, the velocity changes in magnitude and in direction, hence it has acceleration. So these are the case where we can see the acceleration. For a body, freely falling body, it has acceleration. The body is moving in a circular path, it has acceleration. For a projectile whose trajectory is parabola, then the velocity is changing, so it has acceleration. Acceleration and velocity of the body need not be the same direction. Acceleration and velocity of a body need not be the same direction. They will be both opposite, or sometimes they will be in this other directions also. A body thrown vertically upwards, for example, in that case the velocity and acceleration both are different directions. Now let us say a body can have zero velocity and non-zero acceleration. For a particle projected vertically up, the velocity at the highest point is 0. If we are going to throw any object vertically upward direction, then velocity at the highest point is that velocity is 0, but acceleration is considering as minus g. So that is, a body can have zero velocity and non-zero acceleration. If a body has a uniform speed, it may have acceleration. That is example for a uniform circular motion. If a body has uniform speed, it may have acceleration. If a body has uniform velocity, it has no acceleration. If a body has uniform velocity, it has no acceleration. When a body moves with a uniform acceleration along a straight line and a distance x travelled in the nth second, in the next second it travels a distance x plus a, where a is the acceleration. So here the body is moving with a uniform acceleration along the straight line. It covers the distance x in a nth second. In the next second, it travels a distance we are going to add, that is x plus a, where a comes acceleration. Acceleration of free fall in vacuum is uniform, is called acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration for a freely falling body in a vacuum, so uniform, and that value is considered as acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by the letter G, and it equal to 9.8 meter per second square. In centimeters second square, we can say it is 980 centimeter second square. In generally, we are using the value 9.8 meter per second square. That is the value of acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by small g. Now, acceleration of a particle is defined as the time of rate of change of its velocity. Is called acceleration, whereas average acceleration, it is a ratio of change in velocity to the time interval. So it is represented by AV is equal to vector delta V divided by delta T. That is a representation of acceleration. So acceleration is a vector quantity. So it is vector A average. Average is equal to delta V divided by delta T. One more expression for acceleration, average acceleration is equal to V2 minus V1 divided by T2 minus T1, where V2 and V1 are final velocity and initial velocity. T2 and T1, they are the final time and initial time respectively. The acceleration of particle at any instant or at any point is called instantaneous acceleration. We are having instantaneous velocity, instantaneous speed. Similarly, we are having instantaneous acceleration. At particular instant of time, what is the acceleration of that particles is called instantaneous acceleration. It is denoted by A is equal to vector A is equal to limit delta t tends to 0 delta V divided by delta t, or that can also be written as acceleration vector A is equal to vector dV divided by dt, which can also be written as acceleration is equal to d square s divided by dt square. So these are the representation of instantaneous acceleration expression. Now acceleration is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and directions. Direction of acceleration is same as the direction of velocity of the body. Direction of acceleration is same as the direction of velocity of the body. Acceleration can be either positive, zero or negative. Acceleration of a body is zero when it is moving with a uniform velocity. If the body is moving with the uniform velocity, then its acceleration is becomes zero. Acceleration is measured in a CGS system of unit is centimeter per second square. In a under SI system of units, meter per second square. In practical way, we are using kilometer per hour square. So these are the units under different system of units, but we are using for numerical problems and all, we are using SI system of unit, that is meter per second square. Acceleration is a vector quantity. Direction of acceleration is same as the direction of velocity of the body. Acceleration can be either positive, zero or negative. Acceleration of the body is zero when it is moving with a uniform velocity. Acceleration is measured in a unit of meter per second square. Now let us see uniform acceleration. If equal changes of velocity take place in equal intervals of time, however small these intervals may be, then the body is said to be in uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration in the sense the velocity changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be uniform acceleration. A body has uniform acceleration if its velocity changes at uniform rate. Uniform rate in the sense same way the acceleration is keep on changing. That means velocity is equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time, then it is called uniform acceleration. Example, the motion of a freely falling body is uniformly accelerated motion. So for example, a ball is dropping from the certain height, that is example for a uniform accelerated motion. The motion of sliding block on a smooth inclined plane is uniformly accelerated motion. In the diagram you can observe that is a inclined plane. Okay, in that inclined plane and one object is moving from the top to bottom, that is example for a uniform accelerated motion. Let us see the non-uniform acceleration. A body is said to be moving with non-uniform acceleration if its velocity increases by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. So body's velocities keep on changing with respect to time intervals. Then it is called non-uniform acceleration. A body is said to be moving with non-uniform acceleration if its velocity increases by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. One more definition. A body has non-uniform acceleration if its velocity changes at non-uniform rate. Non-uniform rate, it's not a same. The velocities, increasing velocities keep on changing. It's a non-uniform rate. The motion of a car on a crowded city road. Its speed changes continuously. That you are observed, isn't it, in the traffic sometimes, even on the heavy vehicles on the road. Sometimes you can observe that our vehicle is we are going to keep on changing the speed or velocity of the car. That is non-uniform motion. Retardation or deceleration or negative acceleration. Retardation or negative acceleration. A body is said to be retarded if its velocity decreases with respect to time. A body is said to be retarded if its velocity decreases with respect to time. Retardation or deceleration or negative acceleration, that means its body's velocity is going to decreases with respect to time. A car is deaccelerating to. Now let us see retardation or deceleration or negative acceleration. A body is said to be retarded if its velocity decreases with respect to time. A body is said to be retarded if its velocity decreases with respect to time. Now, for example, a car is deaccelerating to come to halt. While you are going to stop the vehicle, what you are going to do? You are going to decrease the speed. You are decreasing the velocity. So while you are decreasing the velocity with respect to time, that means it is retarded, or that is called deacceleration. So retardation or deacceleration or negative acceleration is called. We are going to decrease the velocity with respect to time. Now let us see the position time graph. Now here the first diagram, the position time graph, in the sense we are taking the position along the y-axis, time along the x-axis. Such a graph is known as position time graph. Now first diagram for a uniform accelerated or positive acceleration. So positive acceleration. For a body moving with increasing acceleration, so this is a body for a increasing acceleration, that indicates the first diagram. So first diagram, it indicates a increasing acceleration, or it is positive acceleration, a body moving with increasing acceleration. Next, uniformly deaccelerated or negative acceleration, for a body moving with decreasing acceleration, that is shown in the figure. Third one, zero acceleration, uniform motion. So here a zero acceleration. Zero acceleration, object moving with increasing velocity, that is represented by a zero acceleration. If the object is moving with uniform velocity, then its acceleration, it becomes zero. That indicates a third figure. So these are the different graphical representation of position time graph for a acceleration of the particles. Positive acceleration, negative acceleration, and zero acceleration. Now let us see the velocity time graph. When the velocity of moving body at different instant of time are known, the graph obtained by taking the velocity along the y-axis and time along the x-axis is known as velocity time graph, which is also called VT graph, where V represent the velocity and T represent the time. Now this is a velocity time graph for a uniformly accelerated or deaccelerated. Now first graph, that is for a positive acceleration. Same thing what we studied for a previous slides. Okay, same. There also you studied about zero acceleration, or it is zero acceleration or positive acceleration. That is, for object moving with increasing velocity, positive acceleration. The position or the velocity time graph we can observe in the first diagram. The motion in a positive direction with the positive acceleration. Here only that green line is important. The pink line is not important. It is just shown their coordinates under the x and y axis. Only that green graph is important. So you have to draw the x and y axis with that green line. The next one, the motion in a positive direction with negative acceleration. With the negative acceleration. That is, for an object moving with decreasing velocity, it comes under the negative acceleration. The body is keep on changing, its the velocity is going to decrease, so it's a negative acceleration. And the third one, motion in negative direction with the negative. So it is in the fourth quadrant, so it is in the negative direction with the negative. That is, motion in negative direction with negative. And the fourth one, motion with the negative acceleration between 0 and t1 in positive x-axis and between t1 and t2 in negative axis. So that is the fourth figure. We can observe the positive as well as negative. So here we are having two time t1 and t2. t1 is a velocity is under positive axis and t2 under in the negative axis. That is we can observe when the body is thrown vertically upwards, it moves under the gravity. That we can observe here. So that is the motion with the negative acceleration.